It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's a plane.
Fire it up.
Research complete.
Is it that time again? Yes, it's going to be Flash versus EffOrt for the OSL Finals. The second season in a row that Flash has gone up against a CJ Entis guy in the finals. Although this situation is quite a bit different than that. First of all, he's going up against a Zerg player, a very strong Zerg player in EffOrt. And second of all, this is Flash's chance to secure a golden mouse, which is awarded to any player who gets 3 OSL golds. And only 3 other players in history have achieved this. That'd be Nada, July, and Jaedong. So Flash would be the second Terran player to achieve that if he does. Except, okay, down at the 8 o'clock position in brown is Flash. Up at the 2 o'clock position in beige, I think, was EffOrt. Now I have to get this out of the way right now. This is not really the first set. This is a regame of the first set. I was commentating the first set. It didn't get too far along, so don't worry, you're not missing too much at all. I was commentating it, then it just froze because EffOrt, he wanted to pause. It was after a small muted engagement. He realized that his mouse is probably malfunctioned again. I'm just imagining EffOrt's mouse is just held together with duct tape wires popping out of it. Yes, he had to pause, and they decided to regame because it was probably the computer's fault, looking back at it. If it was EffOrt's fault, if it was EffOrt's equipment, I don't think they would have allowed a regame. I think they would have just continued the game. But yes, this is a regame, but like I said, don't worry, you're not missing out on too much. The reason I cut out the commentary, even though I did it, is because I want to maintain the epicness here. I don't want the people to go, all right, this is awesome. Oh, wait, pause. Damn it. Son of a... Okay, so yes, I want to maintain the consistent level of awesomeness. See, EffOrt's going out with a drone. Could be throwing down an expansion, but he's probably going out just to try to figure out what Flash is doing. Looking in the middle for proxies and whatnot, looking all over the place for proxies, knowing Flash. Oh, there's no telling what Flash is going to do. In the real first set of this series, Flash went for kind of a mech build. He decided to go for Goliaths and Valkyries, which he could definitely go for again. EffOrt was doing a pretty good job fighting it off with his Mutalisk, but like I said, not much happened, so you can't really judge the builds from that first set alone. EffOrt trying to get, he was blocked, his drone scout. Poor drone scout, that drone scout's not going to get much done, trying to take down the SUV, but that's not going to work. So yes, like I said, Flash could get the golden mouse. I could be the guy to sit in and do commentaries of 2 different scenarios where players got golden mice. Jaedong, I saw Jaedong get his golden mouse against Yellow, which is quite anticlimactic, I have to say. But I expect this to go probably... Well, I know it's not going to be as anticlimactic because it's not a ZVZ, of course. So I'm definitely expecting some great play from these guys. Yeah, both of these guys had, I think, an 11-game win streak, something like that, something ridiculous. And then they actually met up in the Pro League. They had a game against each other in the Pro League very, very recently, and EffOrt won. EffOrt won. He just blindsided everyone. Everyone was saying, well, Flash is going to take this, no problem. Flash is doing great. But nope, ran into EffOrt, lost. Decided to go back into the ace match of the same series, CJ versus KT, lost against Snow. So maybe EffOrt has dismantled a little bit of Flash's confidence going into this final, and that's what I think makes it so much more interesting. Okay, EffOrt's sacrificing his Overlord a little bit, trying to get a little bit of extra scouting. He sees the refinery, that's exactly the information he wanted, and now he's going to pull back and keep that Overlord safe, although the Overlord might end up dying anyway if the Marines can get a nice surround on it. But that's the information he wanted. Now he knows that Flash is going for mech, or he's teching up very quickly, and that is some awesome information to have. No, not only that, but he'll be in here to see the second base coming up when it does come up. Machine shop coming up for Flash. Already getting the machine shop up. Didn't even get an initial vulture out, so I guess he didn't think he'd be able to break through the front lines. Might have been able to, though, because EffOrt is just now getting his sunken colony up there. Oh, Flash floating over his barracks to get the scout on this Overlord so he can surround it with Marines and take it down. Easier said than done, though. EffOrt might just go out with some Zerglings and kill any attempts at taking that Overlord down. Yeah, keeping that Overlord alive will be essential for EffOrt. Oh, that guy looks just like EffOrt. Is he related to EffOrt? I think he is. He has to be. Has to be. They're from the same planet. There we go. Okay, Flash most likely getting his mine upgrade. Let's see what he goes out with first. Yeah, he just has a Vulture out there protecting the front just in case EffOrt should go in with all-in Lings. But Flash is in here getting the full scout, so he knows exactly what's coming his way, which is the Spire. Oh, Flash going to have to pick up the pace a little bit, get out some Goliaths, most likely some Goliaths, and to fend off against this. But I see a lot of gold in the audience already. People are really pumped about seeing Flash get the golden mouse. Such a huge deal. But of course, if Flash does not get the golden mouse here today, if somehow EffOrt wins in this series, which I think is kind of unlikely, even though I called EffOrt 3-2 at the end of the last semifinals, I'm like, yep, EffOrt 3-2. I like going against the grain. I can't help it. But EffOrt has completely walled off, keeping those vultures from going by. Let's see if he decides to cancel that evolution chamber or not. If he doesn't cancel that, he doesn't cancel it. So he's just going to end up mining the little patch of minerals right next to the Hydralisk den to get out of his base. It's going to be a little bit difficult otherwise to get out of there. Flash being so annoying, picking off the larvae at that brand new hatchery, and he's actually going to try to pick off this evolution chamber, but I don't think he's going to be able to do that. He might be able to do that. Wow. It'll all depend on the muta timing. And either way, Flash is going to be safe at home. If the mutas go straight to Flash's base, Flash decides to back off. He doesn't want to lose his vultures. I thought he would be able to hold those mutas a little bit longer right next to EffOrt's natural expansion, but he might just be trying to run around, keeping EffOrt from his bases for a little while longer. Building a bunker behind his second base, which is very, very smart. That is always harassed first by a Zerg player on this map. So EffOrt sneaking into the main, actually. Gonna run into a huge lot of Goliaths, and EffOrt's going to have to back off until he can replenish those mutas a little bit, get a few more into that clump, and then he'll be okay. Of course, he could... Oh, it looks like he's just switching into Hydralisk. So the mutas, he has a very small amount of mutas, and he's not going to be able to get much done with them besides picking off these vultures. So that's what he's going to do. He's just going to pick off the vultures and then group up Hydras for a front attack. Keep Flash from getting that third base as long as possible, because Flash hasn't taken his second refinery yet, as the observers are pointing out. So he's going heavy Goliath here. He's not worried about tanks yet. When we do see him get that second refinery, we're going to know the Flash is getting ready for the push, getting ready to build up tanks. But in the meantime, Hydralisks are going to do very well against this type of build. Hydralisks are good against Goliaths, and actually they're pretty good against each other. Goliaths can be good against Hydralisks as well, as long as you have a big clump of them together. As long as they're together, it'll be okay. Stick together, guys! So the bunker being built at the front, Flash knows he needs a little bit more defense at home to fight off the Hydralisk push. It's coming his way very shortly. A couple Marines standing out there getting ready to jump in that bunker. As Flash is building up, Flash can get a lot done from two bases, so he's just going to play defensively right now and get ready to move out to take his third base, probably at that mineral only. Since he's going for a Goliath build, he doesn't need a whole lot of gas until he switches into tanks, of course. But EffOrt has already got his Overlord speed up. This is smart of him. Very, very smart. Getting up in there with the Overlord speed sniping all of the mines. Not pushing the front just yet, though. Coming in with all of his troops. He's trying to push the front, trying to get through here. It's going to be difficult.